Hey guys, BreadGod Gaming here, hope you're having a good day. Today is going to be an uncut playthrough with the default game rules with Jarl Dyre the Stranger. This is going to be my first uncut playthrough, so forgive me for any mistakes. We start as Jarl Dyre here in Russia. We are the grandson of the infamous Ragnar Lothbrok. We start with a good amount of gold and also troops, and 1,000 of them are actually special troops who will stand down on succession. So we do want to use all of these guys before we die, but I still recommend using them sparingly. My goal for this video is to try to recreate the Empire of Russia, which is going to take 62 counties, but if we have the max legitimacy discount, which we can get from level 5 here, with the reduced de jure counties needed, we only need 54 counties, so that's going to be my overarching goal. Now let me do some startup things. So since I have a son, I'm going to educate him. I'm also going to select his education to become stewardship, since I do want him to become a builder. For myself, since I'm going to conquer a good amount, I'll start off with the martial lifestyle with the chivalry focus so I can get the 5 advantage. Since I have a good amount of prestige, I'm going to try to create or upgrade husk girls. I don't have any, so I'll make some here. I'll increase the size and also station all of my men at arms. So let me do that now. I'm going to check my council for a few things. So I'm going to first convert my capital to a satru, since nothing here is a satru. I'm also going to get someone to become my steward so I can start promoting Norse culture here, since all the lands here are Russian culture. I do want to become the head of my culture, which unless I go and conquer lands in Scandinavia, I can't. So what I'll do is I'll promote a culture here, and then I can diverge the culture to make my own unique culture. Being the culture head is super important, since that lets us control the flow of the innovations we want. So I'll do that in the future once I have enough prestige and also get this converted. My other first steps are I want to secure my heir's power. So to do that, I want to get 2 full duchies. So right now I almost control this entire duchy here. I just need this 1 county there. And I think I'll go for Tarav as the second duchy to control. So the first war I want to go for is against this guy here. So we'll declare war on him. And the reason I want 2 duchies is eventually I can add the Scandinavian elective law to the title. And once I have 2 duchies with Scandinavian elective law, I can vote for my heir, and that would actually give me early pseudo-primogeniture, meaning everything gets inherited by 1 person instead of the usual splitting inheritance, which I'll show you later. So for this war, I'm going to move my rally points a little closer to him. I'm going to raise all my guys, and I'm going to put them on the same spot. Once they're there, I'll combine the armies. I can click this little helmet down here to split off my 1,000 special troops. I'm actually not going to use them for this war since I have enough men to defeat them. So I'll move my main army to this county here. Then, because I still have a lot more men than he does, I'm going to click Station Besiegers, meaning those 805 men will take over this county slowly, and I can send these other 1,600 men to attack my enemy. So let's move him over here. My dynasty unlocks sea wolves, and that's because one of my uncles, if I check my house here, so Ivar is the head of my dynasty, and he got enough legitimacy to, renown to take a dynasty perk. This one actually is the best RNG we could have, so this would give me a lot of prestige from fame in battles, and we'll see. I'm going to use a lot of prestige, and since we're a tribal government, prestige means more power, so as we level up our level of fame, we're going to be stronger and stronger. So let me continue this war. Looks like he's running away, so I'm going to chase him over there. Alright, so we beat him. I'm going to come back to my main army, or my smaller army, in case he tries to attack it. Double check my council. As long as my steward's there, I don't mind not having these 2 positions. We'll get more later. Alright, so we already won, but you see he came and fought. I'm going to let the battle happen so that I can gain a little more fame. So that battle finished and we got a little bit more fame. I'm going to take over his county over here. This county that he also controls there is not part of Russia, so I actually don't need to conquer it. So I'm going to try to get a hostage if I can. He has a son, so I'll take it if I can. This way, once he comes to my court, he'll be my hostage, and I'll get a little bit of monthly prestige gain. Once I won this war, I actually have access to the Raise Runestone decision as a Norse ruler. This will let me spend some gold, and I could get a lot of piety, prestige, and legitimacy. There's no reason not to get this. So we're going to use a conquest rune. This county over here is the first choice, and this conquest rune will increase the control growth, so we're going to do that. This will slowly increase that control, so eventually if we scroll down here, right now the control is 0, so I get no taxes and only half of the levies. And once that increases more, I'll get more taxes from this piece of land here. So let me check my council, see if I got anyone new. I didn't. I do have a decent amount of prestige now, so I'm going to actually invite some champions. I see I can recruit this one guy who's actually pretty strong here. He's got a lot of prowess, so that's nice. He also counts as a courtier, so I can assign him. I'm going to make him my marshal. So I do want to work on conquering this guy of Tarav here, but instead of going piecemeal for the counties, what I'll do is I'll wait until I have enough level of fame to become as illustrious, and I can use this conquered duchy to take all 3 pieces at once. So in the meantime, I'll try to work on some of the other counties here. I also do want one of these coastal counties because of this special Force the Jomsvikings decision. This will let me get some special troops if I have a county that's part of this coastal region. If you click that text there, it'll highlight which counties count. Since my level of fame and devotion is not high enough, I don't have to worry about it for now. So instead, let me focus on conquering this guy here. He's got a lot of allies, so it's not going to be an easy conquest. Let's check this guy. He's a little weaker, but it's probably more efficient to take the entire duchy. I know this guy, his duchy's kind of split, so it is worth just doing one county at a time. So what I'll do is I'll actually wait until I get a little more troops. So let me just increase my husk rolls. You can see they're not even replenished yet. And I'm going to use some of my gold to go on some activities. The activities I like are going to be hunts because they will give me prestige, but also the hunter trait will give me extended life. And since I have the ambitions of trying to build an empire, I want as much life as I can. I also want pilgrimages eventually to get piety so that I can reform my religion. And I can also hold feasts so that I also get prestige as well and also lose some stress. So for now, let me go on a hunt. I'm going to go for the most green looking area, meaning it has the best chance of success. I'm going to change my intent to slay beast for the best chance. And I'm going to increase my party size to the max so I get more prestige. I'll leave the success chance alone since I don't want to spend gold there. While my guy is going on a hunt, I'm going to come to my military and I can raise people as raiders in my capital. And so while I am hunting, hopefully we have enough raiders to go raid someone else. For the events, I wasn't sure how much detail I should or shouldn't go into, so let me know in the comments what you think I should do. For now, I'll go into more detail than I think I need, just so I could pull it back later. So for instance, for the events, I'll just quickly look over the options with you. So this one lets me get some gold. This one makes it so this guy can join my court. He's not a really strong champion, so that's not looking really good. And this one, I can spend some stress to get a little prestige. That's so little that I think the best choice here is just to get gold. Also, because I have a hook on him actually, I think I can just invite him. So although he doesn't want to, I could use a hook to force him to join. So I get the best of both worlds. He's now a valid commander and knight. So I'm going to click this on my raiders and I can send him as the commander. The raiders here actually only include my replenishable troops. You see it's 1,000 less than my total army. You can't raid with special troops, but we don't want that anyways since I only want to use the replenishable guys. So while I am going on a hunt, I'm going to look for some targets. So with 2,200 men, let me check my neighbors. So this guy looks like a decent target because I like to go for battles for the prestige. This guy is a little too weak. He's not too bad. Tarov, we can even like try to steal his heir. Down over here we have these lands. Bulgaria's pretty similar. I think for now what I'll do is, although this guy's similar in strength, his lands have maybe less gold versus these guys here sometimes have more gold since they're feudal. So I'm going to go over here. This event lets me decide, do I want food or do I not want it? I don't want to spend the prestige, especially if I have a chance to get ill, so let me not do that. And since I'm also playing Iron Man, it means I can't go back. So for most of the choices and events, anytime there's any illnesses or any chance to die, even if the chance is low, you want to avoid it since you only get one shot, and being an Iron Man, you can't go back. So I'm going to skip that. So we're at the hunt. So for the intent of slaying beasts, we can pick either the default, which is a bison, which is actually nice because it's got 4 out of 5 prestige, which is the highest you can go. So I will pick this. The other choices are other animals, and you can pick them at the cost of decreasing your success chance. So you can see these guys are a little less. So we got lucky that this highest one is the first default option. If it wasn't, then I would spend for at least a 3 out of 5 prestige to make it worth my time. So let's get out over there. Make sure that my steward is always there. This event lets me appoint a candidate. This guy's the only one, so I can appoint him. That's just some free prestige. This event will let me get a little buff, or I can try my hand at getting some gold and prestige, or I just say get out. The chances for this is not too bad, so I'm going to do that one. We got pretty lucky, so we got the gold and prestige. And my hostage is here, so if we hover over here, you can see from hostages I get plus 0.1 prestige, which is not a lot, but once we get a lot of hostages it can add up a little bit, although there's a limit. But anything helps. This event I found a raptor, so either I could take it back for a little bit of a bonus, or I could give it to someone or put it back. Putting it back will give prestige, so let me go for that. I've already leveled up my level of fame. I just need 3,000 more for illustrious. So for this one, we can either chase the bison ourselves or be a little more careful to corner it or try to ambush it. This will give us the most prestige, so we're going to do that. We actually failed it, so even if we fail it, you'll see we still get a good amount of prestige, although preferably I would get the prestige next time, but anything is better than nothing. Alright, so now my raiders are almost there. Alright, so we're raiding. Looks like someone else is raiding as well. We're going to just go down here into his lands. So he never came out of the woodworks to fight us because he's probably busy with the war. So let's try out his neighbor over here. So we're going to go over here. Alright, the neighbor didn't come out because we're probably too strong. So let me see if this guy, he might come out to fight us. So what we're going to do is we're going to fly right over to this county here. Maybe we can first drop off some money. So we drop off that money and then I'll come over here. Let me double check my positions. So steward is still there. Actually, we'll make a stop here at this tribe. Alright, so he's coming. So I'm going to try to switch to the strongest commander, which is actually me. We're fighting. Hopefully we win. We didn't win, but that's okay. So we're going to go back home. Alright, so my wound actually got healed. I do have a martial trait, so I'm going to pick Stalwart Leader, making it less likely for me to get hurt. I'm going to disband these guys for now. Using the extra prestige, I'm going to increase the size of the husk rolls. This time around, I'll probably wait until everyone replenishes before I decide to go raid again. In the meantime, I'm just going to host some events. So I probably can host a feast for some prestige. We'll host in our capital. So for these options, I can increase prestige gain. And since I don't have vassals, I don't care about opinion, I'll decrease that to save some gold. For the intent, there's really nothing else I could do, so I'll leave out recreation. Let's check our council. So we can put this guy over here. I also have enough piety, and I'm going to actually divorce my wife. So my wife doesn't really have that many skills or genetics, so I'm going to divorce her. Then I'm going to look for someone who's better. I first prioritize genetics, so let's check to see if anyone's good. We're pretty lucky there's some geniuses, although they're low-born. Let me see if there's any good high-born ones. So there's only 2 people here that are high-born. They give an alliance over here. This one is actually with the Rurikids, which are up here. I do want to fight them eventually, so I don't want an alliance with them. So let me actually go with this girl. It'll cost some prestige and also lose some legitimacy, but I think it's worth it. Before I lose too much prestige, let me actually spend it on some more husk rolls. I don't have an available regiment, so let me actually get rid of these light footmen. And I'll create another stack of husk rolls and try to increase their size. Then I'll station them as well. So once the time passes, we do go into the negatives, but that's not a problem. So, but now I have a wife. I'm actually going to seduce her. Let me first demand her conversion. Then I can seduce her so I can start producing more children. Now that I have some purpose, I can actually use this feast to try to help seduce her. Looks like I don't have a valid target. Let's see if I need to invite her. Alright, after this event, we'll see. So for this one, I can either ask these 2 to stop fighting. Because I have a lot of diplomacy, since I'm a genius, I can actually just tell them to stop and gain a lot of free prestige. Let's see if I can seduce my wife. There's no target, but that's okay. Someone became our friend. And so this event says my wife did some good stuff. I can either take the credit and get prestige or give her the credit for a little buff. Sorry wife, but I'm going to take the credit since I want to be prestigious. And this event is for a feast. This is either to lose a lot of stress or lose a little stress and gain opinion usually, or to get a little prestige and a little stress loss, which we want prestige, so thank you. So now with the feast over, we got a lot of prestige and we got some legitimacy as well. Cool. So we got all that prestige. I can spend it all on increasing the husk rolls. So you see, it's going to take a while for them to reinforce. So let's see if I can do one more. A hunt's actually available, so let's go on a hunt. We're going to go hunting over here. Same thing, I'm going to increase the prestige gain. And we're going to focus on slaying the beast. Hunt's going to start soon, so let's get out there for a wolf. That's pretty good. A hare is less, a stag's the same, so go for the wolf. This random girl wants to, lay with us, but we're going to say no thanks, and we're going to get some piety. So again, we can ride after it for prestige. Someone shot an arrow out of nowhere, so we can either say, hey, be careful, or we can try to see with our intrigue if this belongs to anyone, or we can just leave. Let's see if I can figure out if someone is trying to kill me. Looks like I don't. Not a problem. So for this one, we can shoot it, or we can try to bring it down ourselves. But again, because we're on Iron Man, 15% chance to die is still more than 0, so we're not going to take anything. These choices are red because there's a chance we can die. So this one, although it says random participant, that random person could be us, so we're still going to avoid it. So let's do that one there. We succeed, and this time around you see I gain a lot of prestige for succeeding, so that's nice. And I also get a artifact here. So for the artifact, if it's pretty good, which this one is, I get stress loss and night effectiveness. I'm probably going to keep this one, but most times if it's not very useful, I do recommend destroying them to get the gold. But for this one, it's not bad, so let's equip it. Let's check my men. So they're still not fully replenished. What I'll do is I'll replenish them all, and then we'll go on some raids. Here's a seduction event. You can try to pick one to see if it matches. I'm just going to pick a random one. My hunt master has spotted a beast, which is good, so we got game sighting. This will increase the hunt chance. So this is for a dance with my wife. We'll ask her to join. I do have a faction, it's probably peasants, which you can see here it is peasants. Let's see if our council has anyone. Let's see if I can swap it with someone a little better. So instead of 12 years, if I swap with this guy, it should be a lot less. Cool, so it's only 10 years. For my wife, I could also make her manage my domain maybe. If I check here, I'm still a little short to get the extra domain, so let me just put her back on assist. So I'm going to raise everyone as raiders. And let's see how many men we have. So we have almost 3,000 men. So let's check the neighbors here. Bulgaria is kind of weak. These guys are too weak. We might actually be able to sack Rome. So let's go and fight Rome. Let's come here to Rome. So I succeeded with the seduction. So we're going to seduce her. Alright, the Pope is too weak that he doesn't even send his men to fight us. So I guess we'll just take all his gold. Here's the peasants. We're going to fight them once we come back. Alright, the Pope's coming out now since he thinks he has a shot, which he doesn't. So that's a lot of good piety and prestige. And what I'll do is I'll stop raiding the next pieces and I'll just chase them once I'm done. So because we're so close, he can't disband, which is nice. Here's another son I got, who luckily is a genius. I'm also going to educate him myself. I'm also going to do stewardship. Cool. So we got more. I'm going to keep chasing him since this is free. Alright, so we totally destroyed him for a lot of prestige and piety. We're now illustrious, so we can start conquering for duchies. And we have a decent amount of piety as well. Let me just finish raiding since this is a lot of good gold right here. This is a raiding event, so I could become closer to my son or my hostage, which I'm going to do my son. So again, another event where my son can become my friend. I do have another martial perk. For this one, I'm going to go for Bella Justum to make my wars cheaper. So I have a third son, so that's awesome. He's also genius because both my wife and I are genius. So it's almost guaranteed to have it. Again with another Halfdan. Oh, my son was killed during a siege. And also my second son was killed during a siege. Looks like someone raided. Yep, the peasants raided. Looks like they finished earlier than I thought. So we'll come back. But in this way, I guess we got lucky. Now our genius son is our heir. You might wonder if I did that on purpose. I actually didn't think we would be defeated that quickly, but it worked out. Alright, so we beat him. For these guys, if he was a better knight, you could recruit him, but since he killed my children, I'm going to execute him. I also get dread and piety, which helps. Alright, so unfortunately we lost some children. Let's see here. This decision is so we can found the capital of Rus. This will increase the development here in Kiev, and it will give a big development boost for 100 years. I actually don't recommend doing this until you have level 8 development, and that is because once you're level 8, this will give a +4 bonus instead of +2. So I'll just wait to do that. Let's actually turn off the notification. I'm not going to bother with legends until I reform my religion. We'll do that later. Let's check here for any events or anything. So with that prestige, I can increase my husk rolls one more time. So I have 1,000 husk rolls. And I also have this duchy to go for. So let's declare war and conquer that entire duchy. I'm going to put my rally point a little bit closer to him. Alright, so all my troops are here. Let me split off the special troops. Let's attack him here with our replenishable guys. Alright, so he ran away, so let me station besiegers and try to chase him. Looks like we might just missed him. Nope, we got him. Great. So we'll actually go for his capital too, since all of these armies are stronger than his. These special troops, you just want to put some commanders to make sure they don't have disadvantage. So he's trying to come fight us again, except he doesn't have enough men, so we're just going to pass time to win. Alright, we already won with that one, so let's enforce our demands. Alright, so we got a lot of territory. We also have 2 vassals, which we don't care about because we want the lands. So I will eventually revoke their titles if possible. But for now, I have to leave them alone. I can create this second duchy title. And now I can use my prestige to create elective law. So I'm going to do that for the first one. Let me check my council. Let's see if I have any better of a steward. This guy's a little better, so we could do that. And I'll show this election later once we have more kids. For now, I can continue conquering. Looks like this guy's split into 3. And this guy's still here. So what I think I can do is I could probably conquer this guy and these guys as well. Let's put our county over here. I know I have a lot of extra. I personally wouldn't really give my primary heir lands, because if you give it to them, then they can start gaining stress events, they can get attacked and everything, so I prefer to keep them in the safety of my home. So let's not give anything to him yet. We're going to raise everything here, split these, combine them and split off our special soldiers. We'll come here to the first spot, smash that army, and then we'll station besiegers and go to the next one. Alright, see if I can station besiegers one more time. So I can. So 900 men, I can go there. Just a random event with my lover. A random event to get opinion with a neighbor. Alright, so now all 3 wars are going on. Alright, and someone is going to war against me. I do have a martial perk, so this last martial perk, I'll go for chivalric dominance. And actually, I'm going to temporarily switch to learning for now, because I do want profit to reduce my reformation cost, and I eventually do want whole of body so I can live longer. So for this one, I'll go for the theology focus for now. Let me check my council. Alright, let's check where he's coming from. So he's a vassal of the Khazaria Empire, and he's going for my capital. But once I finish the battles here, I should be able to take him over. This guy is part of this conquest, which we're going to win very soon. So these troops are not going to be a threat soon. Alright, so since we won that, I can enforce. And this guy's no longer our enemy. Let's just combine with our specials. We won this war as well. We actually captured a prisoner, so we can try to ransom her for some gold, which I can. So I can take 50 gold from her, and even though she left the prison, I still won, so I can enforce demand. So thank you for land and gold. And then that one finishes well. So let's check that. Thank you for the land. Alright, these pieces of land I would like to give to a child, but I don't have a child right now. So instead I will just grant it to a local Russian noble. This just makes it so that the culture acceptance slowly goes up over time. So let me just give that to these guys. I'll combine everyone here. Alright, once everyone's combined, let's go fight these guys here. Alright, he's running away. Alright, we're going to go onto his land here. I'm going to split off my specials. I'll have the specials retreat over here just so they don't take, if you see there's a siege monthly attrition, just to save their numbers. And then we'll watch for his reappearance. This is an event where a neighbor has said we learned Norse. I could say good job, or I could say thank you for prestige and laugh at him. So let's do that. Alright, we won that one. Let's take this land. So I'm not sure where he ran to. He's over here. I'll probably be able to win if I take this over, but it is free prestige, so let's go attack him. Before I win, let me just kill him. Cool. So we defeated him in battle. We got a lot of fame and devotion. So let's also try to take a hostage since I want him to stop attacking me. So thank you for everything. Okay. So we are almost exalted among men already. Looks like Minsk is getting pretty big. He's still a duchy, so he's not a duke level yet. Let's see if I can invade a kingdom. So if I use invade kingdom, I'll take all these titles and I won't get the kingdom title, which I don't want right now. It is going to cost some prestige and I still need exalted among men. So let me first raid a little bit. Let me raise everyone as a raider. I'm also going to go on a feast. So I'm going to plan a feast here. Actually, I'm in an army, so let me take myself out. Then I'll plan a feast. We will decrease the opinion gain, increase the prestige gain. Let's wait for our men to come up. Alright, so we have a good amount of men. Maybe we can raid Rome again. It's not ready yet, so let's check our neighbors. These guys are at war, so that could be a good sign since we'll see people for battle. So let's start raiding this guy first. Alright, so my hostage, he lost his land, so that hostage is now useless. Not a problem. Start the feast. Same event as before. I can try to cool off someone, but thanks to our skills, we just get free prestige. This one is getting the wine merchant in town. I can either spend some money to get this little buff or spend prestige to get a little money. This will also make me gain a lot of stress, so let's go for this one. Alright, same thing with my wife getting credit or myself taking it. Let's just take it. My wife still loves me, so that's okay. So this is that stress event again. We're at pretty high level of stress. So instead of going for the little one, I'll just take the big stress loss. And then with that's all done, I get that amount of prestige. I can also change myself to be the commander. Here's the enemy that I can fight, so let's kill him. Cool. Let's see. So it was this guy's army. We can also kill this guy, so let's look for him. I actually got the learning perk, so let me check my council. So the first one I'll just go for scientific actually, once I become the head. We still haven't had extra children. Soon, hopefully. So let's conquer over here. This is another raid event, so we can just get some extra loot. Or we say we take in enough, but of course we want more loot. For here, my son can take this little toy. Looks like their war's over, so he took him over completely. So now, hopefully he summons his guys to fight me. Cool, he's there. We're gonna try to wait for him. Alright, cool, we got a daughter. Alright, that's easy. Someone's raiding us. So, all the way up there. So this event is because they sacked my land, so I can curse them or pay my vassal. I'll just curse them. Alright, so these guys are running away, so this time take off raiding so I can fight them. See if I can chase them. They might disappear. So he disappeared because he unsummoned them. So we'll just go back to our lands and continue our operations. Here's another peasant. So this time let's kill him. Alright, this hostage, we're gonna keep him here. So I get reduced prestige income, but that prevents him from attacking me, or I can send him home. But I want him to not be a threat, so let's come back. Alright, I captured this leader, so let's end that war. He could be a decent knight, so let's actually recruit him and convert him. So now he is my courtier. Alright, we can raise a runestone for that recent victory. Let's just put it over into Rov. So that's a lot of free resources. So we do have enough to put elective law on this one as well. So that's perfect. Both of these have elective law, so I'm ready to concentrate my power. Let's check my council. So still 16 months to do that. So in the meantime, I'm going to try to get a county so I can do this Forge the Jomsviking. So if I come up here, let's scan for an easy target. This guy looks pretty easy, so let's conquer him. So I'm going to summon everything to my capital. Let's raise everyone here. Let's leave the special guys behind and we'll send my replenishable guys. This guy failed me, but okay. Alright, that was an easy victory. So I could ransom him for some gold. It's 50 gold for, let's see how long the siege, for 5 months. So, that's not too bad. So I could wait. Alright, so let's ransom him. I actually got someone else I could ransom as well. So let's ransom this guy for gold. Alright, so take all of his gold and his lands. With that piece of land now, I just need 1,000 prestige to take the decision. So let's go raid someone else. So come to capital, raise everyone as a raider. Let's check here to make sure we don't have anything. So we do have more prisoners, so let's ransom them off. I could create another duchy actually, so actually I don't need to go on raiding. So let's just create this duchy for that 300 prestige. And now I can take the Forge the Jomsvikings. So now I get 1,500 special troops. These will be inherited, so I'm going to definitely save these guys and use them very sparingly. So let me stop gathering. Let me actually see if I can conquer this guy. So I don't think I have enough to invade the kingdom. So actually I do still need more prestige. Maybe I could just get it from a hunt. So let me go on a hunt. Let me see which one had the bonus for the hunt. Alright, I probably missed it, so let me go on a hunt. Alright, let's just go here. So there's a little danger. I don't want any danger, so let's just hire... What's the relevant thing here? It's just control, so probably mercenary guards. That's not enough, so let's get a caravan master. So this guy's got a lot of safety, so we'll do that guy. And mercenary guards, cool, so pushed it down. The last one is the forest here, so we'll get a forest guide. Alright, so super safe. We're going to increase the prestige gain. We're going to focus on slaying the beast. While that's all happening, let's do some raiding as well. This is another travel event. This guy's challenging us. We can either trample him or I could try to fight him. So this fight, I either gain prestige and gain him as a knight, or I get hurt potentially and lose prestige, so we don't want that. This is so my champion does it, and it makes him join. So Bui looks pretty strong. He's actually pretty good, so we'll do that. Looks like he still won somehow, so not a problem. Alright, so for the hunt, we can do a bear, which is 5 out of 5, which is awesome. So we'll do that one. I actually became the dynasty head, so that's cool. For this one, we can do the same things as before with this choice here. We got a new choice because we have the hunter trait. This will give poacher training. I'm actually gonna do this one here. Alright, we lost it, no problem. For a raiding, let's see if Rome is ready. It's ready, so double check the army. Alright, cool, so we can go for Rome. Alright, let's ride after it. Alright, we're pretty lucky we cornered him, so I could shoot him down. Or I could try to take it alive. So either we capture him or someone dies or someone just dies. So let's just shoot it. Alright, that's pretty good. We should gain a good amount. So we got 375 prestige. And we got some bear claws, which is nice. So this one I can't sell because it's higher than the masterwork. But we'll just keep that there. And that's enough prestige for me to go to war. But let's first sack Rome a little bit. This is just a random event with my half goldie. So I could just commend her for one of these things to get some piety. Maybe we did. Cool. Alright, let's just sack Rome itself and then we'll go back home. For learning, I could start working on profit. If I double check my council, so this guy is finished, so I actually can start increasing the development in Kiev. And I can actually diverge my culture as well. Let me just see if I can get 1,000 prestige to diverge and take the war. Alright, cool. So he's coming, so I should have it. Alright, we demolish him, so let's click off raiding and then just farm him for prestige. Let's chase him. Alright, so this one, there's a white stag. Ooh, so we got a legendary event, so that's very nice. So just make sure Kletsk. Alright, so I just got to remember that. Can we go on a hunt? 5 more months, so I'll do that later. And we could do a little more prestige farming. Alright, so we got, let's see, like almost more than 1,000 prestige from him, so thank you. We'll go back home now. Hopefully this guy, okay, he's ready for me to take over. So my father died. We'll give him a little ship, or we could say this is ridiculous. Let's give him a little ship at least. So my son and heir is getting old enough for his first personality trait, either cynical, humble, or content. Cynical is not too bad. But I think I would prefer humble. So here's my father. Alright, so I have my second son, so I can show you. He can be Dyre. Also, I have this sword that I inherited. So this one is really not that good, so let's just get that 40 gold. So since I have 2 sons, normally the realm, you can see it's going to split. Although I have so many duchies already. So for the first election, I'll vote for my primary heir. And the second one, I'll vote for him as well. Although he's the second rank because these guys don't like me. That's why I have to get rid of them. I will inherit all of the titles later. But you can see for now, it's actually going to be this guy. So yeah, I need to get rid of them later. Alright, so our raiders are back. So we can actually declare war for our kingdom on Minsk. Let me just make sure I don't get the kingdom title. Alright, so all the de jure counties are given to me. So let's go to war for that. I can ransom this guy. And let's go here. Let me review. This sighting is going to last until 883, so I have 2 years. So I got to make sure I do that before. I'm also severely over the limit. So there's just too many territories I can't hold. Alright, but no problem. We'll just double check. Alright, yeah, that's not a problem. So we still have a ton of men-at-arms that isn't penalized. And our vassals also give us a lot of levies, so yeah, that's probably enough men. Let's rally everyone here. Save our special troops. Let's start conquering his capital. So you see he's over here. See if I can besiege him and attack him. It's kind of close, so we'll just wait for a more opportune position. Here's another event. I think he's going for my capital. Alright, I got his capital, so let's now come down for him. Alright, someone is attacking me. My hostage wants to go and get some help, but no thanks. They're going for Minsk, which is this duchy right here. I don't want them to be attacked, so let me move my special troops down. So these guys, although they look scary, most of their men are not actually going to be men-at-arms, so they're not as strong. So we can either banish them and get a little prestige, or we can pay them off to make them go away, or we could just pick this option, which is neutral. So we'll do the first one to get prestige from stress. Alright, this is another Hofgodi event, so I can either find my answers in the heavens, or I could say, hey, we should focus on Earth, which I'm going to do since that's a lot of piety. Alright, this guy's running away. Let's chase him. So another learning perk, we can go for Zealous Proselytizer here. Also, before I forget, let me diverge my culture. So we're going to go for the bureaucratic ethos. That way we have more development, cultural fascination, and lifestyle experience. I don't really have enough prestige to change anything else for now, but I do want to be the culture head ASAP, so let's do that. Since we're the culture head now, let me actually focus on onager. You'll see it's going to take 42 years, but since it's only this county, the progress is based on this county, so as I increase the development of this county, the progress should accelerate. Alright, let's kill those guys. We gotta go back for his other lands. Let's keep our special troops close to our main army. Here's that barbarian army there, or sorry, Viking army. Alright, we'll keep our guys over here. So by default it clicks over through here, but I don't want to go and expose myself there. So I'm going to click here and then shift right click to force him to go there. Okay, so here's another event with Hofgodi. Thank you for the free piety. Let's park myself over there. Okay, there's a battle. Also another personality trait, fickle, content, or trusting. They're all not that great, so I think fickle we can do. So the Vikings are coming to fight, but he doesn't realize we have a lot more men, so we're able to just win that and get a lot of prestige and some legitimacy. So, alright. Now we can leave our guys there. Alright, so we finished that. This is the enemy here, so let me actually get my special guys to fight them and my main guys to start taking over the other territories. I'm going to split these guys in half, that way they can take over multiple counties. I'm not going to take that over because I don't want the attrition to hurt my special guys. That's actually a free battle there that I might want to take. I only need one of them, so let's focus fire over here. Alright, we won that. Can I chase you down in time? Alright, you're too far, so let me just take your land. Alright, so actually we're going to fight them now. So let's fight them off. This sign means that there's not enough supply limit for my special guys, so let's move them somewhere where they can eat to their content. Oh, I might have... Oof, I missed out on that stag, unfortunately. No problem. Alright, let's take over here. So he's got the war target, which is that piece right there. So I do need to get over there. Alright, we fought him. The war target is over here. Let's take that over. There's a random sailing event, so we can either try to help them, keep their loot, or sail on by. We can try to help them for a little prestige. Thank you. Also, I can educate my other son. I'm also going to make him a steward. My daughter, for some reason, let's pay the ransom for her to get her home. Alright, for learning, we can continue going down here. For this one, it's another half Goldie event. Everyone can learn the truth. We can lose Cynical, or I can consult. Cynical just makes it so I get less monthly piety. I have more conversion. I get a lot of learning, or a little learning and intrigue. I could do that. It's not too bad. This is a Wars and Warda event for my son, so I could shape him to diplomacy or just keep him in stewardship. Again, I want him in stewardship. I'll keep that there. Dynasty had changed, but no problem. We'll get it back later. Where is he? He's up here. If I win the war, I get this amount of stuff. So it's going to cost a lot of time. Let's just white piece it for now. Alright, so we got all that land here. So I have this amount of land to give out. I'm still not a king, which I don't want to be. If I become a king, the legitimacy requirements is going to change. So I want to jump from Duke all the way to Emperor as quick as I can. So I'm about halfway there almost. I can also subjugate this guy next. So, well, not next, but eventually. So that will give me 18 counties as well. So if I have 24, 18, that's 42. So I would need a 12 extra. So I probably can go for these guys up here. In the meantime, let me do some realm management. Let's see what's going on. So, all right, with the extra lands there, I could give my second son these lands. For these here, I need to increase my crown or tribal authority. That way I can eventually revoke those titles. With this authority, I can imprison them, and with high, I can revoke. So I can't revoke them right now. We can ransom some people. Let's do that. Alright, we got some titles we can make, so we'll spend a little gold to make some more titles. This is just easy prestige. So we're still missing a little bit. We could do one more there. Alright, we again don't want the kingdom titles, so let's not do that. So I could grant this second son those extra counties here since I don't need them. Let me just see. I'd like to give the de jure pieces, so this will be that, and this one will be these. Alright. And then this piece here, I'll give out eventually. My wife's actually caught. Let's save her. For now, I do want to get enough piety to reform my faith as well. So let me see. Kiev is actually one of the holy sites, so that makes it easier. You do need 3 holy sites to reform, so One of them is controlled by my cousin here, which he's kind of weak, and Prammerheimer is kind of weak, so this is a great time. So what I'll do is, alright, my taxes is too low. Alright, let's wait for the wife to come back. Alright, let's have her manage my domain. Alright, still not enough. Alright, we'll just have to give our primary son some land. Although I don't really recommend this, but we'll just have to. Before I do that, I need to pick a spouse, otherwise I won't be able to pick it eventually. So let's go for someone with good genetics. So check to see if there's anyone that's a genius. That girl's too old. How about Herculean? We have some choices. And what about beautiful? No choices. So we'll go for Herculean. We'll marry it to the youngest girl possible. So before he becomes a ruler, he won't lose legitimacy, just prestige. So he's betrothed, and now I can grant him titles. We'll give him maybe these two titles here. And then, oh, we can ransom this girl. Okay. That's not too bad, so I think 2 over is okay for now. Let us attack my cousin for upland. So this is another holy site. Let's also go on a pilgrimage. So I need to go on a pious pilgrimage. We'll go for Prandheimer. Let me reset everything. So it looks like there's a lot of danger over here. Most of it looks like is forest, mercenary, and forest guide. So that's not enough. We can customize the route, so I'm going to move it to maybe over here. See what that does. That doesn't do much. How about over here? Okay. Let's see if I can change this caravan master. So his aptitude's actually excellent. This guy's a little bit better. Let's try to change the combinations here then. So let's see which one's the best. Alright, Forder's the best to take off the high danger, so we'll do that one. For this, we want altruism. This will give us chances for piety. For the pomp, we can go for humble to have the most piety bonus. And then let's see if I could change it to be just a little safer. Alright, that doesn't really do much, so let's not do any changes. So we'll just deal with the medium danger. And alright, so he's up here. He's got like 2,200 men, so I should be able to kill him with just these guys. Let me station them before I forget. Alright, let me bring my rally points up to this piece of land over here. Let's raise everyone and stack them into one area. So here's a altruism event. I could distribute some coins, which is a lot of gold for a little prestige, piety, or just get some for free, or give no one anything and lose some. This one's just an easy choice to do. This is a person who can tell our future. We can either say, tell me my omen, which just gives a little buff or debuff, or just recruit him, or say no thanks. He's got a lot of learning, so maybe he can experience the future with us. Maybe I can change him to be my Hofgodi once he returns. Also, let's change it to the best steward. So this girl's a little better, so we'll do that one. And everything else is pretty good. Let's combine our men here. This is another learning event. There's dangerous plants. We can have him eat it, we can have him eat it here, or I could try it myself. The plant rash is a tiny penalty for a little bit, so I think it's worth it to try it. So we did gain some lifestyle experience, so that's nice. Our heir changed, probably because people voted. So if we come here, let's check our election. So you see my primary heir is the second candidate, so he actually voted for his brother. So that's funny, but we can change that later. Alright, so this is another healing touch event, so either give him a blessing, maybe a light touch, or get those filthy sausages away. Same thing, we'll go for the free option. Let's combine everyone and split off the special guys. Let's go right for upland over here. Let me make sure there's enough supply there. So this special army will not starve, so I'll leave them there with a random commander. This is another travel event. We can have these guys try to make amends, or we don't have time. My diplomacy is pretty good, so I think I should be able to succeed. Great. Someone is in danger of being lost. We can do a search party, so I lose gold and stress, and also time. I try to find them myself, or I don't risk it. I think in this case I could just try to find him myself. So I did bring him back. Cool. Alright, so this one is for we need rest. So we can either delay or no delay. This guy, he's my caravan master. He already doesn't like me too much, so we'll let him rest a bit. This is another finding food. So either 40% chance of being ill, which is pretty high, or 95% chance of nothing happening, but 2% chance to die. But again, Iron Man, we want to avoid any chance of death, so let's not do that. We'll just have to do this one. So we're getting lost here, so either I do know where I'm going, or we find someone to get a guide, or we scout ahead. This one looks okay here. So a thief, we can show mercy to them, or nothing will stop me from killing them. So let's check our stress level. So let's not get the stress. There's me traveling through his lands. Alright, we caught a good amount. I'm there in Prandheimer. I actually seized the shield. That shield is the court artifact, which I could use for later. For now, let's attack him here. So my spells did something great. We can either get a hook on this vassal, or a good deed needs no repayment. I don't need a hook on him because I'm going to revoke his stuff later, so let's just get the free piety. This one, there is a market. We can either color me intrigued, or we could pass. We could try it out. Alright, he's trying to murder us. So we can either scare him off, or we can exercise the villains, or try a chance for this one. I think we can use that. For this one, it's another Lost in Translation event, so we can either gain piety and try to get scholar, or not worth it. This is definitely worth it. Alright, Prandheimer finished. We got a ton of piety. Let me double check my... Alright, we're almost profit. I think we need like 6,200. Alright, for this one, another travel, so either have them join someone else's court. He comes home with me. We say we don't have time for it. This guy's my caravan master, so I do want him to stay. I'm overwhelmed, so I could either be drunk or endure it. So instead of doing that, let's just endure it a bit. This girl has learned Norse, so again, impressive, or get to prestige. Thanks for the prestige. Alright, we already won that war, but let this battle finish. Here's a travel event for either we get the food or not. Let's not do that. So my prisoner gave birth to a daughter to my dynasty. Cool. Alright, we got that. Let's take this upland. So the upland, I can actually grant it, or let me see if I can. I can't. So we'll just have to hold on to it for now. I was gonna hand it over to my second son, but he's my heir, so I can't give it to him due to partition. I can also ransom a lot of people. He's got a good amount of gold, so I should be able to get all the gold from him. Alright, this is either a little delay or I try it myself. Let's try it myself. Whoops, I got a rival. This is a holy tree. I can either say cool story, I could try to join, or burn a tree, or I could try to join. Let's just say cool story. Since this guy's now my rival, we never want rivals, so let's start getting rid of him. So let's see who we can invite. My spy master is actually willing to join, so let's do that. And let's ransom the last guy here. So once I get home, another delay or spend prestige. It's not worth the prestige, so let's just delay. Alright, so now that we're home, I'm still missing a little prestige. Let's see if I can make a title. Nope. So then what I'll do is I'll deal with that later. Let's first go for Prandheimer, and I'll actually go on another pilgrimage, and we'll go to Upland. So we could probably leave everything alone, just change things to humble and altruism for the most piety. And then let's keep our rally point there, raise everyone, same thing. Alright, another rest. This guy's just a random dude, so we'll just say sorry. Another late one, so delay or spend prestige. Let's not spend prestige. Split off the special guys and send in our replenishable guys. We have the final learning perk for profit, so that's great. Check the council for anything. Everything's pretty good, so another mode event, we'll just save our life. There's another thief, so we can convince, or we all do what we must. This one's pretty good chance. So either same thing with the making amends event. So this one we can either spread the word of the Norse, or hard work solves everything, and we have her join. I don't need her, so let's just spread the word. This is a story about the Jarl, so either lose some stress or get some dread, or say, oh cool, I have different opinions with different cultures. Let's just lose stress. This one, someone is falling over. We could try to save him. Or it's too late. We can try to save him. Cool. Alright, this one we can investigate the boat, or there's nothing but death. So we could try to find something of value. And my heir keeps changing around, so now that my heir has changed, let's give my second son some more titles. So let's give him Upland. Let's check the factions. It's just peasants. Alright. The other ones are too weak, you know, even though there's a lot of them. We just have too many men-at-arms and special troops for them to rebel. Alright, we walk the holy path. It's my rival. So this one we can take, give some gold to become the owner of this book, or we could take a look to make sure this is not, or we've seen this book before to be more pious, or Odin shall guide us. This one's just free gold, since for 5 gold I get the book, and the book is not that great, so I'm just going to sell it for profit. Alright, here's the peasants. So we're going to continue the pilgrimage. We'll come back once we're done here. Appreciate the pilgrimage. I don't have xenophilic, so I can only do this. This is an event to try to improve my bear claw to be more pious, to be more prestigious, or do nothing. For a small amount of gold we can get a lot of piety, so we'll do that. Upland, we got a good amount of piety there. Alright, we're halfway done with this almost. Let's come over here. Let me check the peasants. So they're not that many, so let's send over our special guys to take them out, so we don't repeat the tragedies of before. Someone's missing on the council. That's my spy master, so let's put it as someone who likes us. I don't want my heir in case he tries to murder me, so I'll put this guy for now, but I can put my heir onto this position. And they can marry, so that's great. Yeah, I'm not sure where this guy's army is. Alright, here are the peasants. So someone's trying to give me a courtier. I could say thank you for this guy, or no thanks. He is a very good knight, so I'll actually take him. It's a mystical knowledge, so if I test the practices, I could try to get wise man, or I can learn more about practice through books. Let's try to get the trait. I could either stop to get experience or try again, and I succeeded, so I got wise man trait, or I could say no thanks, thank you for that. Alright, we won against the peasant uprising. For this one, looks like we're still fighting there, so here's a fireside story. We can get some stats or lose some stress. I need a little stress loss, so we'll do that. Alright, so we won Brandheimer. Okay, so with that done, let's see how much it'll take to reform my faith. So I'm going to do the things I like. I'm going to go for Medicant Preachers. We're going to keep Warmonger. We're going to go for Astrology, Equal, Righteous, Spiritual. I do like Theocratic. Lays, Clergy is not bad either, but I'll keep that. Polygamy, Unrestricted Marriage. I'm going to do Virtuous Witchcraft and Control. So we need about 55-40, which is almost there. So raise Runestones not available for a few months, but I should be able to raise it, so I don't think I need to do anything. For this one, my development is still kind of low, but there's nothing I can do about that. So instead we could turn our attention back to Russia, so I need 30 counties. This guy has 18, and he's attacking someone or helping his ally. So we can start fighting for things up here. 18 plus 24 is 42, so we need 12 more. So let's conquer this guy's duchy. So let's put my capital in my put my rally point in my capital. And again, for the extra land, let's give it to my second son. Or actually, I'll wait until I reform to give it to my daughter, actually. Alright, let's raise everything. Alright, we're ready for this murder. It's not high enough of a chance. So let me actually wait and recruit some more people. Alright, use the hook. Bribe him. Bribe my wife. Alright, 95% chance, so we'll do it again once it's ready. So my wife has a investment she wants to take for more development growth or control level or just prestige. This one is really not that much, so let's go for the prestige. Combine everyone, split off special guys, send the 4,000 replenishable guys to his territory. In the meantime, I need a little more prestige to increase my authority, so let me actually go on a hunt if I can. Let's go for the greenest area over here. Let's increase prestige, focus on recreation actually, because my stress level is pretty high. Check here. We have some prisoners we can ransom. This guy is my dynasty member. He might be losing something, so let's just give him back his family member. Alright, for this we can hunt a boar, which should be already good enough, so let's do that. So this event we could talk later or talk now. We don't care about his secrets. Alright, we're ready to kill this rival, hopefully. And let's see here. We can get back on our house. Sorry, our horse, or stop to get a flower, or ask if he's practicing witchcraft. Just get on your horse. Alright, so we succeeded. But although we went up in stress, we actually went down as well because we lost a lot of stress for killing him. So I shouldn't get a stress event fire. My caravan master died, so we can take one of these two. This guy's good, so we'll take him. Let's ride after it. So we can also do this drive him out for increased chance, donate for piety, or just decrease the chance. Let's just get that prestige. Alright, so unfortunately we don't have the bow choice, and again we don't want to risk our life, so let's just unleash the hounds. Although we do succeed with that buff, so now we got another memento, and we lost a lot of stress, which is great. We can this one's pretty nice. It gives more vassal limit and stress loss, so that's less stress gain. Alright, so we're fighting still. We got more learning perks, so let's go down for whole of body now. And I can't reform while I'm at war, so let's just wait. But I should have enough piety now. Let's make sure we have a commander. Alright, while I'm besieging, let's station and go for his army again. Alright, well we won already, so all good. Alright, what kind of decision? So here we can raise the runestone. Let's just put it in Brandheimer. Alright, now we're ready, so I can reform a Satru for 5600 piety. Alright, now we've reformed a religion. That helps us because we are now organized, and then this lets me adopt the feudal ways since we need an organized faith. This also unlocks one more kingdom level war, so I can declare, give me a little time. I can now declare, I can't declare holy war because he's still old Asatru. But normally I can declare a holy war for a kingdom, so we can do another big war for a big chunk of land, which I could actually do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is like 14 pieces, so that's great. For this one, that might be enough if I go to war against him, and also if I subjugate this guy. So I think I'll try to do that, but let me wait for him to get a little weaker, so maybe I can murder him. The chance is kind of low. Let's see how lucky I can get. Not very lucky, so it's not a good chance. So I might have to just defeat him through brute force. So he's got one ally with my dynasty member here. Okay, so let's first find an ally then. Let me reset everything. We'll use my daughter to find an ally. This guy's busy fighting. This guy is ready to help. So I could get more without matrilineal, but I prefer matrilineal marriages. So let's just get this guy. He's got an okay amount of troops. This son, I've married no one, so let's check him. Another cousin marriage, or this army marriage. Alright, maybe I can just go for my cousin here. There's a 4% chance of inbreeding. That's acceptable. Alright, so we got two big allies that we can give. Let's also give my daughter some of those titles I don't want to hold. So there's one title there. You can have these titles here. You can also have this extra one. Alright, so now we are back down under the limit. I could increase my authority. Let me make sure I have enough for the holy war for piety. We do. Alright, so let's increase authority. And then let's declare war for this big chunk. Let me declare, call on my allies. So, or the alliances are not set yet. Because one of his allies is one of my dynasty members, I can actually call him first. So let's look for him on the list. So he's right here. I can call him first to my cause, so he won't have an ally at all. So let's raise everyone. So he's joining me, so he can't join him since he's already with me. Here's this ally. Let's call him to war. Let's call this guy to war as well. And let's call this guy to war. Or wait. He's joining me. Okay, that was all. Yeah, so we got a big amount. let's start conquering. Alright, he might come to me. Oh, my ally should come in time. If not, I'll send my special troops over to help. Alright, so I'll spend my special troops. Nope. Still losing. Alright, they're not going to come in time, I think. Oh, maybe they did. So they came in time, it looks like. Okay, and we got lucky, so we do just beat them all at once. I can demand a hostage, so let's do that. Alright, so I got really, really lucky that I captured him. So I got all that land. So now we have 40. So if I just take over this guy, that's enough land for us to become an emperor. Let me just check my council. Let's assign this champion. So let's, and before I take that over, let me actually use my high authority to revoke titles from this guy. Actually, it'll be an act of tyranny. I don't want to lose that legitimacy. Let's check here. That's a little less tyranny. So that's fine. So since he's going to rebel with a lot of people, let's raise everyone here. Alright, there's everyone who doesn't like what we did. Let's leave our special guys behind. Let's come over here. Alright, we have a lot of men there. Let's just split them in half to take over. He's got a lot less men, so we should be able to win this handily. Also, my Hafgodi, which is really bad, we could start converting. That reminds me, I can actually start the Holy Legend, so eventually I can convert my land. Let's do my grandfather in his honor, so Ragnar Lothbrok. We'll get a court chronicler and have her promoted domestically. We'll check the court positions. Looks like we don't have a poet or musician since we're not a king yet. So let's just do that. Onager's still a long time away. A legend event, so either we get a rivalry or have respected legend or let them talk. We can try this. Alright, legend is mocked. Whoops. For alternative reading, we can get focused reading or piety, so we'll just get that one. Another legend event, we can get a chapter or just get some opinion. Let's create a chapter. Cool. Alright, this army here, we'll combine them. He might come to my capital. Alright, so we'll combine these guys, station besiegers, and try to fight him. Alright, so he made a mistake. Defeated him here. Alright, captured his capital. Here's another chapter we can add, so let's add it. Alright, these special troops, I'll unsummon them so they won't get attacked. Let's come up to fight his armies again. For decisions, looks like there's a plague. It's nowhere near my hell territories, it's just in my realm. Oh, okay, my son might be in danger. Hopefully he's secluded. Alright, they're up here. Let's go for him. Alright, he's running too far. Let's go for that piece of land. Here's my second son, Fickle, Content, or Trusting. Content's a pretty good vassal, so let's do that for him. Got another learning perk. Actually, because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Because I have enough of these, because I already got profit, let me actually reset them. That way I can focus everything for whole of body. I do want scientific for the progress though, so let me do that. We'll go for constitution, carefree, restraint. And then once we finish this, then we'll probably do some other stuff. For this, let's continue down the same perks. For diplomacy, it's nice because groom to rule, when we reset it, it'll give us more skill points again. Thoughtful will double our gift opinions that we send, so that's nice. Alright, so he's down over there. These guys are starving, so let's try to give them some food. I'll split them a few times. and move them into territories where there's enough supply limit. Oh, I'm pretty lucky I could become a witch or do nothing with it. Since we reformed a religion, which is virtuous, which is really nice. We could start also converting my children to witches. Also, before I forget, let me grant some of these titles to my children to make it a little easier. Let me just check. Alright, so we can grant this daughter these pieces over here. Also, let's just give her 2 duchies worth, so we'll give her these territories. Alright, so that's everything de jure over there. For this one, let's see, my brother. This daughter is these territories. She's close enough, I'll just give her these as well. Cool. Alright, that should bring back all of our taxes and stuff. Here's another legend event we can have someone start promoting, so let's check our stats. Diplomacy is the highest, so we'll use this one to convince him. Alright, somehow we guessed incorrectly. Alright, we keep changing dynasty heads, but whatever. Alright, they're piling onto my capital, so let's bring those guys. This is a plague event that's over, so let's... we could pay some gold for those counties to get development growth, or say there's nothing I could do. There's no reason not to do that. So let's combine and come back. This symbol is because my county size or my realm size is too big as a duke. I believe extensions at realm size of 30. For everyone that's over, I'm actually going to get reduced taxes. You can see I get reduced by 65%. But soon I'm going to be taking him over, so that's not a problem. Alright, this guy, my people want him to be banished. Or I could say he's blameless, or it's not my matter. This guy doesn't really matter, let's just banish him. Alright, so we won that. For this one, it's how my the people pray. We could say it's not my business, or they will pray, so I do want them to convert. We can, alright, imprison all of these people. So let's go to factions. We can see these are the guys we've imprisoned. So let's revoke all of their titles. Alright, this guy has a bunch. Thankfully he's a hostile faith, so we can just revoke everything. So revoke. Or almost everything, so still get tyranny. So we don't want to lose the legitimacy, so we'll leave that alone for now. We can revoke that guy. He's a rival, but he's in prison. Since I don't want him to escape prison, I'll just execute him. Alright, all those extra counties, let's try to give it to some of our kids. Yeah, I'm really hurting for more children, but my wife is now too old, so let's unfortunately divorce her and look for someone else. We don't want to lose legitimacy at all now, so let's go for not lowborn. There's not many good choices. This girl is so-so, so we'll just go for her. Okay, there's also a lot of prisoners to ransom. Alright, these people all hate me. Let's see if I get a rival. Alright, so if we just release them now, maybe they won't be a rival. That one guy might have been a rival. I'm going to double check. Yeah, he was. I should have executed him. Alright, instead, he's out. Let's go murder him. No one can join, so we just need our spy master to go on support schemes. Hopefully we can get rid of him. Alright, so now my final task, let's subjugate this guy. Not enough prestige. Also, I need more gold, so let me host a feast. This way I can lose the... let me host a legendary feast to spread the legend. But this will also help me lose some stress. I will save money there, get more prestige. We don't need these. But actually we don't need to change that because you'll see the gold cost doesn't change. Because it actually takes into account that you're not leaving your capital, so that's nice. So let's start the feast, and then in the meantime, let's also go back to raiding. Also with those extra titles, let's see who can handle some more. Alright, so this son, we'll just give him some of those extras. Alright, his land is a little weird looking, but that's no problem. Alright, let's see if Rome is ready. They're ready for me. Byzantine, they're kind of weak. We might be able to defeat them. Let me check their garrison size. Alright, so if we win a battle against them, we should be able to sack Constantinople as well. I'll probably focus on doing that later though. So let's just get some gold here. Unfortunately, we can't convert my son, so that's not good. I could probably try again later. No, I can't. Alright, unfortunately, he can't become a witch. Let's offer to be a guardian for these children. So, alright, these peasants, no problem. We can crush them. Here's another wine merchant event. So, let's not spend gold. So for this one, I can lose a lot of stress. I want also more credit. This girl, we can either gain this buff here or defend her. We'll just gain that buff. So this is to help promote the legend chance or increase a little buff or just more stress. We'll do the promotion one. So that feast is all done. Alright, so that should be enough. We just need some more gold. I believe we need like 1,000. Alright, we could try to kill my rival. Alright, we got lucky, but unfortunately we got caught, so we're a murderer. But that's fine, we're still a little safer. We have another rival here, so let's just execute them. A personality trait for this son: generous, diligent, or patient. Diligent is nice. This war is going to happen in 18 months, so we'll finish raiding, and then we'll go back. This guy actually wants our help. Alright, so we're going to help him as well. Where is he here? So he's conquering over there. Let's bring our guys back. Got another learning. So my health is still fine, so we have time. Alright, this is another legend event. We can have someone promote, bribe them to promote, or just hope for it. We'll just do that one. For council, let's go for... this guy's actually really bad marshal, so let's go for this one actually. I can actually see if I can grant him a little more land, just to bring this penalty down a bit. Let's see where else. I have this little piece here that I don't need. Let's give it to the eldest daughter. Alright. Let me replenish my guys a bit here. And then I'll... Oh, cool. Okay, I got some more sons. Here's another legend event. So I can give him my wolf fangs to start promoting, or just bribe him to promote, or just say, hey, here's a hook. So let's just bribe him. Alright, when's this faction? It's in 6 months, and he's losing his war right now. I can just go maybe crush his army for you and then come back. Alright, cool. We unlocked Practice Kidnapper, so that's more ransoms. Unfortunately, I don't have any hostages right now. Here's another personality trait: gregarious, greedy, or lustful. Gregarious is pretty good. My little son, you can give him a gift, or just say thanks. Alright, this hostage, we want him to stay. Someone escaped with our stuff, so send a description, get my cloak, blame him, or forgive him. Between the two, I guess they're pretty equal. We'll just try one. Alright, we lost the silver. Alright, so I think we've helped him enough. And let's check my faction. Alright, maybe we can still help him a little bit more. So let's get his capital for him. Actually, that faction disappeared. It's too weak now. Alright, so we should have won this war. Actually, I could ransom him for some gold, so let's just do that. Alright, cool. We helped him finish that war. We have an okay amount of gold. Let's see if we can get more. Alright. So with that perk, it does... this perk does increase the ransom, but it's still glitchy where it doesn't show it here, but only shows it there. We can actually vassalize someone as well. Alright, we still need a little more gold, so I'm afraid I'll have to raid a little bit more. So let's raise everyone as a raider. Alright, we can try to go for Constantinople. Okay, well, we have an uprising, so you'll have it in death. Alright, let's get rid of them. Here's another legend event. So we can change a chapter or get a little buff or get a discount. The discount, let's see if we succeed. So you need 100. I believe it's just the cost discount. Yeah, it doesn't change the amount of people. We failed it anyways. Let's get a marshal on. We can go for healthy. Alright, let's go for these guys. This war leader. This is also a legend event. I can convince them or get them out of my court. We'll try to... Alright, we failed. No problem. This guy is located in nowhere, so it's glitched. So we're going to have to take out all the peasants. And there should be one more stack. Yep, he's over there. Cool. So now that he is an adult soon, we can convince him to be a witch. Unfortunately, we still can't convince this guy to be a witch. That's the biggest fail. So we'll just have to form a witch coven later. As a friendship event, we can either get closer or why can't he leave me in peace? do that one there. Alright, we won that one. So now these guys are ready to go raiding. It's barely enough to sack Constantinople, so his army is close in power, so I might not be able to do that. So let's go for Western Europe. Alright. Alright, Canterbury is available, so let's sack that. So this is to upgrade the Tusk. Because there's a possessed trait, it's just moderate health penalty. We don't want that, so let's not do that. Here's another legend event. My son is doing something. He can get a little legend increase. Also, we can revoke this girl's title. Unfortunately, only one of them. And we can go for Gloucester. Here's a random sealing event, so we can try to help these guys. Alright. Let's change it. Okay, no Reaver, not a problem. Our guys are losing supplies, so let's come back to Prandheimer. Or Mari. Alright, our legend can actually be upgraded, so we'll do that. So, since this is ready, once I take it over, then I'll do that. But I do need the gold, so I'm still very shy of gold, of 1,000 gold. Alright, let's disband and re-raise them. This way their supply will be at 100. I forgot I can station them. Let me disband them for a second. Station these guys. Actually, also increase their size. Let's wait a few months. We'll wait till the new year. Alright. Alright, I can get a hold of body. So the next thing I could do is I could go down for centralization to increase the development. So I could probably, let me see if I can do enough domain limit. Not really. Alright, maybe I could get a new wife. Let's see if someone else. Alright, I do need... a little more stewardship, so... Alright, let's reset. Let's just make it so they're not lowborn. I can actually marry my vassal, but then I won't get the stewardship bonus, so let's just marry this girl. Alright, so she gives me a good amount. It's still not enough, but alright. Let's just do this wealth focus then. I was trying to calculate if I can do 24 domain limit. Oh, sorry, 24 stewardship, because that would give me more domain limit. It's every 6 stewardship is one more limit. Alright, let's get more gold. Here's another legend event. Alright, let's try to risk it for these upgrades. Alright, we didn't succeed, not a problem. I mean, we could beat them, but I need enough men to sack Constantinople. Let's just try it out. So let's fly over to... right here, maybe. Alright, there he is. We have 11 days. Alright, so I'll just wait for him. Let's see who's the best. Enemy defensive advantage. I'm technically still the best, so let's do that. Alright, we demolished him, but now, yeah, we don't have enough men to sack Constantinople because we need to be more than the garrison, so yeah, unfortunately we can't do that, so let's actually come back to Rome. Alright, my son died from his wounds. So now my granddaughter's my heir. Alright, well, I can actually be her guardian. We'll make her a stewardship education as well. So now let me see who's missing here. I can just put this guy. For my health, I'm fine, so I'll do inheritance later. Alright, so I could either become melancholic or a drunkard or permanently get frozen grief, so all of them are bad, but the least bad one is drunkard, so we'll do that. So for my granddaughter, cynical, just, or temperate. Temperate's pretty good because it's a virtue and it gives health, so that's great. Alright, he wants to fight me in combat. No thanks. Don't want to risk my life for anything. Another legend event. We can convince them or just use the diplomacy, which we can. Alright, we got the gold from Rome, but let's start sacking some people's capitals to try to get ransoms from them. This guy has some money. Another personality, so content, fickle, or trusting. Between the two, we'll do fickle. Alright, we got one prisoner. She's not worth anything. And another legend event. So depending on the buffs, let's go for control. Alright, we'll just sack these capitals and then we'll go home. We got our first perk, so we're going to go down for centralization for the development growth. Our steward's missing, so let's get the best one, which happens to be my son. We're going to continue converting these faiths. Let me actually see if there's a better one. There isn't. So this is a raiding event, so this one we can get a truce, continue raiding, or never think about trading. Let's never think about trading. We'll do one more capital and then go home. Go home over here. One more sun. Great. We have a call to war. Alright, I'm kind of busy, so I'll just decline it. I do lose some fame, although it doesn't look like it reduced my level. Sometimes it does. I do have this extra title here. This is another event here, so learning challenge. Alright, it's not my business. I can disband now. Okay. I am finally ready. So let's declare war and subjugate him. So he's got 18 counties and I have 40. So once I beat him, I should definitely become, have enough land to become the emperor. Let's raise everyone. To make my life simpler, let's see if we can call any allies. Alright, looks like just this guy. Let me see. Well, we should be able to defeat him easily, so no problem. We'll split off the special guys. We'll unsummon them to save them. We'll just start conquering the lands here. I'll split them in half so we can do 2 at a time. Here's another legend event. We can have this little buff or pretend nothing. We'll just do that. The last personality trait, either just or cynical, which is nice because just gives some stewardship as well. And this is still taking forever. Another legend event. I'm not sure if I'm worthy. This legend event, we can get this little buff, piety or comfort. We'll just get a little piety. Another legend event, we'll just change the chapter there. For his armies, oh, he's fighting me there. Alright, looks like we lost that. No problem. Alright, my hair was taken prisoner. Alright, so we probably do need some of our special troops, so we'll just send them over. This one's another development event, so get a little bonus prestige, or this big event for more gold. Let's do that one. Cool. Check here. Let's put someone. All right. It's not valid because he died. Alright, so we gotta restart and do that again. So let's go subjugate him again. Let's come back and raise everything here again. He's over there actually. It should reset the imprisonment, so you see he's back. We can switch back our steward to my son. Alright. Let's try again. Round 2. Here's my other granddaughter. We can make her zealous, ambitious, or sadistic. We could do ambitious. Let's split this in half again. This time it should be less dangerous because he's got a lot less men. Here's another perk. Let's continue down here. We also can ransom some people, so let's do that. Let's move our guys over. I could probably disband these special guys. Someone's trying to murder this guy. Good for you. Alright, people want her to be declared a Nithing. I can either banish her or say she's blameless. This is really not my business right now. Let's go over here. Looks like he's got a little more men. For personality, my daughter's wounded somehow. She could be greedy, gregarious, or lustful. Gregarious is probably the best there. For this guy's army, looks like he's recuperating over there. My army also has time to recuperate. Alright, he's coming over to fight, I believe. Alright, he's running away. So we'll take that, then go over his capital. They want me to dismiss this court chronicler. I could get disgruntled vassals or dismiss her. I guess I'll just dismiss her. This granddaughter, we can make her greedy, gregarious, or lustful. You can be gregarious. Again with duel, no thank you. Alright, so we got his capital, but my guys are starving, so we'll let them eat a bit. There's not enough supply limit, so we'll split them. Alright, this daughter we can try to convert her to a witch. That's great. Fill up my council. Looks like he's got an ally. Alright, that's a big ally, so I need my own ally, so let's try to marry off someone. Alright, Estonia looks pretty good there. Let's check over here for another son as well. I'm not picking this Jarldom because these are all special troops, so they're actually not that strong, and he's busy. Sweden, we can get our dynasty member, so let's do that. Alright, I don't know if I can call you over. Yeah, he doesn't really like me. That was a mistake. Can I send you a gift? Yep, so this will give him a massive opinion, so now I can call him over. And we also can maybe call this guy over. Great. Alright, so it should be a little more even. Alright, our troops are here. We can start taking it over. Cool, we got the another stewardship perk. So now, down in our capital, hopefully, okay, development is 8. So actually I'm ready to take this Capital of Rus decision once I'm finished with the war. Alright, his army's down there, so we'll go to him after. So we've taken that. Let me try to fight him. Alright, my other granddaughter, she deserves to become a witch. Cool, and then one more. So this, my daughter is now, or my granddaughter is now an adult. So I could educate some other kids. Alright, cool, so we won that. So now he's my subjugated vassal. So now I'm a king. So once I subjugated him, he's now my vassal, and I took his kingdom title. So now I don't have that overextension penalty, so finally my income is positive. And then I also have enough land to form this empire title. Actually, did he give me 2? Yeah, he gave me 2 kingdom titles, so actually I didn't need to create another one. I said 1,000 gold because I might have to create the empire title, but also another kingdom title. So I actually took both of his kingdom titles. So yeah, we can make the empire title. And yeah, now within 38 years, we were able to become the Emperor of Russia, and we're pretty strong right now. There's just a few more things to do. So like I found the capital of Rus. This will boost the development by a lot. So we can see it's 8, but if I click that, it's now going to be 12. And you can see the development is going to increase by a lot. The other thing I want to do is become feudal once I save up a lot of gold. So right now, I'm still not rich enough. For the inheritance now, let's check. So my granddaughter will actually only inherit the empire title. All of these titles I have election on. So I can actually vote for my granddaughter. Let me find her. The problem is because my son died, so I can't vote for my grandkid here actually. Alright, so I'll have to try, I'll do adopt special succession for my empire. And I'll have to see if I can give everything to one of these children. So let's see who's the best. So there's this daughter. There's the brother here. This brother's really good, so we'll try to vote for the brother. Alright, so let's try to vote for this son. So Dyre is second. Let's vote for him. Alright, cool. So my voting strength's the highest, so he should be the heir. Let's try to also vote for him. So he's starting to get some of the other territories. Alright, so he's got all of those titles. The kingdom title, let's vote for him. He's rank 2. That's not a problem. I can always just remove the law there, but it would be partitioned anyways, so I'm not too worried about that one. The important pieces are all there. There is one election I need to fix, which is the election here. Or actually, I don't need to fix him. Alright, he's going to inherit everything I want him to inherit. He's just not going to have these titles that my granddaughter has, but we could take him on later. Alright, so inheritance should be set there. Let's see who doesn't like me. We can force a lot of people to vote, so that's good. All of these people don't like me. He's not my direct vassal. This guy is my direct. And alright, so I do hope that eventually I can have a war with them, so then I can just revoke everything. In the meantime, there's not much for me to do other than try to research more things, and yeah, so I'll just raid. Let's put it to our capital. Oh yeah, also my royal court. These are royal court events, so I'll pick the first one. Let's put our artifacts here. I can raise a runestone, so let's just do that. I could also train in tournament to maybe. Okay, there's no strong perk there, but that's okay. I forgot I could have been divining the stars and holding mystical convenience. So yeah, I was too busy thinking about the realm. Alright, anyways, for this legend, since I now have everything I want, we can see that most of it is not my religion, but once I complete this, now I have this evangelized to the realm, and if I click that, most of the realm is actually going to convert to Asatru. So I just need to keep doing that. So I'll do another holy legend. This time I can do it for my son. We can vassalize this guy. Cool. Ransom some people. Alright, we have enough people to raid Constantinople now, so let us go there. So it looks like he's busy, so I could go right onto it. Let's see if I have a better commander. This guy's a little better. Alright, cool. So we got that. Let's see if Rome is ready. Yep, it is. Alright, we have a plague. It's up over here, so nothing in my realm, so that's okay. We can get a physician. Let's get for this guy. I like soft approaches. Here's another legend event. We can just change the chapter. There's another plague event. There's a protective sachet buff, which honestly is, we don't need that. This one's a steward event where we can increase the development. We can probably risk it for this big one. So because we have that really big base bonus for the special decision, if we succeed, cool, then it should increase by a decent amount. So that's awesome. We can also found a witch coven, so that's really good. I should also now go on grand rites. This is just free perks, so we should do that whenever we can. Let's continue down for architect. Let's also go for people's capitals. We'll get this girl to join. So for this, you can pick one of these to see which one you can succeed in. So I'll go for the highest one, which is this one. So once I succeed, you can see one choice gives me a perk. I could lay with someone, I could be friend with someone, or I could just lose a lot of stress. So this is how you get free perks. And other people can host grand rites as well. So it's good to have a big witch house. Here's another legend event. For the call to war, let's... Oh, looks like we expired. Alright, whatever. We can ransom her. Ransom these people. Let's go for their capitals. Here's another one. Alright, this son, we can have him go just or temperate. With another friend event, we can just go for this one. We can spare no expense. Let's continue raiding everyone's capitals. This girl, my daughter's trying to blackmail me. Okay, sure. One of my sons was murdered, it looks like. Do we have rivals? Or I don't have rivals. Check my heir. It's still this son that I want, so that's good. These elections, it's also my son. Alright, as long as everything is going to that son, then everyone else can have the other stuff. I don't mind. Venice is pretty good too. Alright, she got a pardon. That's fine. Alright, let's come back home. For positions, we can add some for the legend event. Let's have them spread the legend. My son can be a witch here. And actually, let's see if we can convert other people to be witches. Alright, most of them are witches already. Continue down here. And yeah, it's just continuing this. So I could spam hunts and grand tournaments to just increase my health, but for the sake of trying to keep the video shorter, I want to get to a succession, so I won't do that. But normally if I want to keep my army longer, or sorry, my ruler longer, I'll go on hunts until I can upgrade this hunter trait, but I won't do that on purpose so that hopefully we can die a little sooner. Alright, so these two countries are probably good. Let's go to Jerusalem. Alright, we found a Reaver, so the Reaver's the best. It'll make raiding a little faster. We'll just go down this entire coast. Alright, two sons are now adults. We can... oh, that guy's dead. Alright, never mind. Oh no, my heir got the bloody flux. Hopefully he survives it. That's another event for the legend. Let's put our daughter. Alright, a lot of people are dying. So the disease is not there anymore. Alright. He survived. Very lucky. My granddaughter's embarrassing me. Alright, let's go for people's capitals again. This girl wants to lay with me, but no thanks. Alright, we can keep holding communions. This girl, we can convince them or get her out. Just have her get out. Another friendship event. Alright, cool. So we got a lot of stuff, so let's go back home. And let's try to ransom some people. Actually, it looks like we got big fish, so this is the heir. We just have to really wait for him to get rich, so we'll do that. Alright, this guy also, we can wait to get rich. But we have another dynasty legacy, so we can get making a killing. So now battles will get us money, so actually now we want to fight people. Just trying to scout for someone who's kind of strong. This guy's strength is okay. Our development is 17, which is good. So you'll see this progress is now 0.34, where before it was like 0.07 or 0.08. So it's only going to get higher and higher. And you see Kyiv is now becoming a very developed area by itself. Alright, let's raise the raiders. Alright. Let's go for his lands up here, so hopefully he attacks us. This guy wants, my son wants to be a Varangian. Sure. We are the Varangian capital, so... We're just going to keep raiding until he comes to fight us. Hopefully he does. Alright, we discovered one innovation. So let's check. Still not there yet. My daughter was murdered. Alright, there's a lot of family drama going on. This guy, okay, he's busy fighting, so they're fighting for this territory, so I should actually see him soon if I just head over to the war zone. Alright, there he is, so now let's challenge him. Take the bounty. Crossing a strait. Unfortunately, there's not much I could do about that. So this guy's actually got the avoid the crossing the strait penalty, so let's do that. Alright, we lost. Not a problem. We'll just have to restart the raid, so we will go home. Got a Viking trait for raiding a lot. Let's go divided attention. Alright, let's spend some prestige. So let's first go to absolute so I don't forget that. Let's get some more Huskarls as well. We'll get one more stationed and maxed out. Let's fix our council. Do some ransoms. We'll wait for these to replenish and then go raiding again. My health is poor, so I might die soon. Alright, she wants me to go here for Royal Court. Good work. We have another learning perk, so we'll just go for increasing the development. We shall convert a little more as well. This one's almost ready. We have a court chronicler we can go for. And poet and musician. Alright, so everyone's commending legend, so hopefully we'll get that done as well before I die. Let's raise everyone soon. Here's another event for stewardship. He wants a trinket, but I don't want to spend the money. Legend event. Alright, we can raise everyone again. Alright, this time we got too many raiders. Let's actually leave some peasants behind. We want maybe like 5,000 men. And we'll disband those guys. With these raiders, now let's go back to that war zone. So he should be up there. Cool, there's one army there that we could fight. Alright, killing that army gives us a decent amount of gold. So those are the things we want to do. Here's another legend event. It's a wild tail event. We have a blade. It's not a good blade, so let's just get the gold. Alright, so he's coming back. This guy is this kingdom. Great, so we just need to raid this, and then now we are enemies again. Alright, he's running away pretty quickly, so I probably have to go deeper. He's running away really quickly. Wonder where he's going. Alright, there's one. Alright, he wants my help. Sure, we can go to battle. So this guy is over here. Oh yeah, alright, great. So we have more enemies over there. Try to fight these guys first. Another coin event, so let's just mint the coin. Excellent. So we won that big battle. That means we should get a decent amount of gold. Oh, the battle ended early because we lost that hostility. We can probably regain if we go here. Who are you? Oh, okay, that's not your territory. We can go here. Alright, and then we can go back for him. Okay, we still lost it. No problem. Alright, we got Onager and Architect. The legend is done. Let's complete that one as well. So let's evangelize again. And hopefully by now, my land is basically all a Satru, so that should make succession smoother. I can also get a legendary shrine, so we'll just put it in there. I'm not going to do another legend at this point because that drains gold, so I'll just wait. I'll actually bring my troops back home. So the enemy's somewhere over there. I need them to get home so they can rest. He's up there. Okay, he's in a fight. We might not be able to fight anyone. Let's see if we can fight that guy up there. Alright, cool. We crushed that one, so that's a small amount of gold. Let's just go for his capital. This is to get a random sword, which is usually not good, so 215 is a lot of gold, so no thank you. Someone wants, again, to seduce me. No thank you. Alright, this guy is a random guy. We can ask him to stay or say goodbye. My granddaughter again, embarrassing me. Alright, we seized an artifact, so we can actually put that artifact to use. This guy's a gallant champion. That's my heir, so I could give him some gold. Let's create an armor. So let's just put that. Who died? Okay, another son. He died in a battle. Okay. Stewardship again. We can go for hooks. And before I die, let's just go for some development. Let's ransom some more people. Let's also demand some payments. It's gonna exit out. Oh yeah, I forgot I have too many duchies, so let me also give my duchy titles out. So checking here, that's my main duchy title. For Minsk, I could give it to my heir maybe. Nope. I'll give it to this granddaughter instead. And which ones do I have here? Alright, so we'll just give this granddaughter these duchies. I'll give you that duchy title too. Alright, whatever. You can get Minsk. My heir can be transferred, sure. Alright, how many more duchy titles do I have? I have 2. Alright, so we're done with that. So I didn't notice that or forgot about it, so now everyone should like us a little more. You still have people that don't like us, but whatever. Let's put some people here. Let's take these decisions. Alright, going back to this war. Cool. And let's just take that territory for him, and it should be done. So we can inspire this, or commemorate this armor to someone. We can improve the armor by sacrificing something, or because I'm a hunter and because I have these traits, I have these options, so we'll just do that one. This one is a stewardship event, so let's take that money. Alright, let's replenish the troops. My son is back. Very good. Alright, this armor's not even that good, so it's still better than nothing. Alright, we won that battle for him. Let's assign my steward. Okay, so for the innovation, let me see. Still not at 70%, so it's still going to be about 6 years. So yeah, there's not much for me to do. Let's just continue raiding. Or wait for everything to replenish a bit. We'll go for more perks here to increase the speed. He wants to pay me to promote, but that's actually going to drain my money monthly, so no thank you. Alright, everyone's ready. Just a random poem from a vassal, so thank you. Alright, we'll leave our whole army here so that way I can really sack all of the Byzantine Empire. I have a granddaughter, great. Let's change it up to the Reaver guy and we'll just go all along the coast. Alright, so I'll be dead in a year, cool. Let's ransom some people while we have time. Let's make sure my son is still going to be the heir to everything, so... Alright, he's still going to be the heir to everything, so that's great. No, thank you. My wife died. Okay, and then let's go back home with all that loot. Alright, so we died. Now I can show you how I would clean up the succession. Alright, so now that I'm the emperor, I have a lot of land up here that I don't really need, because again, the crown lands are down here. A lot of them are actually in the control of my niece. So I eventually do want those lands back. So I don't mind if she does rebel in the future. For now, let's put the people on my council. For Spy Master, I don't want this girl because she just hates me. So instead, let's put my heir. Let's make her on Disrupt Scheme so I don't die. For the territories, let's grant it to, let's say, my second son here. So let's give him these territories up here that I don't need. So you can have like all of these maybe. And this daughter, you can have like all of these. Okay. Let's check my lifestyle. So I already have architect, I think. Yes. All right, so we, instead of architect, let's actually go down learning. Same thing, let's go down for the development. For this one, I could do total line, so less factions. My primary heir is the wrong dynasty. That's because I haven't picked anyone yet, so let's, you see things are going to split a lot. Let's vote everything for my primary. Let's go for my daughter. Alright, so let's check the elections. So everything is rank 1, so everything is now going to my daughter. So you see, everything has pseudo-primogeniture because everything's going to go to her. I can even remove this law eventually, so I don't need to vote for it. But I'll leave it there for now since I don't have enough prestige. For this, I can also check here to make sure I grant the people. So now she likes me a lot better. This guy we can still ransom, but he's not ready yet. Alright, so now we just need to keep an eye on, will we get factions? As a beast event for my daughter. It's just funny. Alright, so we got the gold back. So my income and everything is lower because I'm not enough of a level. But this can be easily fixed if we just create some titles or do some runestone stuff. So let's just do some runestone. Let's see if I can create any titles. So I'll just create these kingdom titles. And now my Level of fame's higher, so my income is a little higher. It said my heir changed, so it's now my brother. So that's why I do want to use the prestige to remove this law, and now it's switched back to my daughter. I can leave elective law on these guys because I'm the only elector right now. And this kingdom, I can also leave it there for now, but eventually I do want to switch it. And that's really it. So I could just continue raiding as well. We'll just go down the other side. Alright, so for this Wards and Warden event, so my ward, we can give her some land or just try to get more stewardship, so we'll just do that. This victory was small, but money is money. Alright, so this daughter, or niece, she was an adulterer, so we can imprison her. I still like having my dynasty members as vassals, so I'm not going to revoke or anything, but I could. Instead, I'll just ransom her for some gold. Alright, this guy's calling me a coward. I can duel him or just pay him. I'll just pay him to join. I have a learning perk, so we'll go scientific. And then this is going to take 2 more years. So this one we can have my queen help someone. Alright, could teach my daughter something again. Let's just do that one. Alright, Christians have crusades. They shouldn't really come for us since we're so far away from them though. This one I can get herbalist. I can get her to stay. So let's get herbalist. Oh boy, my best friend died. Oh no. Alright, I'm really sad. This heartache. Alright, so it's probably time for me to get a feast so I could be less sad. Alright, we don't need to change anything since I don't need any other items here. Alright, we have the option to buy happiness. Sure. Got a little health buff. We can lose the big amount of stress. Another stress loss. This one, because our stats are good, halt. This one, we could just ignore. Alright, and we lost a bunch of stress. Also, there's a lot of trinkets. These are, again, kind of useless, so let's keep it there. This one's getting weakened, so let's fix it. And let's check here. So I do want this girl's stuff. I want these pieces here, so unfortunately he negotiated an alliance with her a while ago, so I can't do that right now, so we'll have to wait. Alright, this ransom's ready, so we can wait 1 more month. Cool. Got a lot of prestige and gold. This is another child event. Yeah, so the realm's really stable because most of the land is my religion, and most of my vassals are my family members, and most people like me, so there's really nothing I need to worry about right now. And I could go for more life, or to just make it simple, let's just go down here. The next thing I want to show you is how to transition from tribal to feudal. So let's see if I'm ready. So I am ready here. And because I have so much gold, I am ready for the transition. The thing is, you want to have a lot of gold ready, because as soon as I transition, a few things are going to happen. My military strength is going to decrease by a lot, because right now, these vassals, if you look, they give me a ton of levies. They basically give me almost all their levies, and the amount is dependent on your prestige or level of fame, versus when you become feudal, it's much lower. So you'll see that's going to decrease by a lot. The other thing is your men-at-arms, instead of being paid for with prestige, we're going to have to pay for them with gold. So you're going to need a lot of income to upkeep all of these guys. And by the way, I'm going to get rid of that one because the sixth one I want to onagers. So let me station that. Alright, so 6k should be enough gold, but I'll do one more round of raiding just so I have enough gold. And that other thing is, when we become feudal, we lose the ability to raid. So let's raid one more time. Alright, Constantinople. So we'll just do the Pope and all these lands over here. Actually, he might be on a crusade. So that means there's a lot of battles there, although I don't know if I could beat those people, so let's see if we can. So he's probably fighting these Asatruans here. So let's see what the situation looks like. This looks like it's in war, so for my daughter, we can make her diligent. Here's a friend. Oh, maybe the war's already over. Nope, not yet. Oh, we're just out of it, so let's come up here. This is a book artifact we could get for some gold, or just say no thanks. Alright, unfortunately we can't be hostile to them, so we'll just maybe sack Paris and then go home. Alright, my son was killed in a battle. So I could become rivals with this guy, or I could say my brave son. We don't want rivals, so we'll just do that. Alright, so let's disband. Make sure my spy master is okay. Alright, so now I'm gonna go feudal, so watch, I'm at 9,000 men. And I've decreased by a lot because you see my vassals give me almost nothing. And now my income's almost negative because all of the military here, you see, it costs 10 gold per month just to maintain them. Sorry, 3.4 per month just to maintain them, and up to 10 when they're fully raised. Right now it's costing 10 per month because they're reinforcing, so I'll pass a few months. Yeah, so once they're fully reinforced, now they're costing 3.4 for a month, so it's a lot less. But that full amount is why people make the mistake of forgetting you should balance your checkbook basically. You want enough gold income so that these troops are not too expensive to upkeep. Otherwise, you can lose 46 per month and you can eventually become broke. So let me just get a perk here. So the reason why you want a lot of gold income is so that as soon as you become feudal, all these lands that we plan to hold forever, we're going to be able to start developing them. And you see these buildings are really, really, really strong. They give a lot of gold versus like a tribal building. Let's just pick a neighbor over here. You can see this tribe. It's got almost nothing. The tax is very little. And that's like the strongest tax building you could get. So that's why in the long term, feudal stronger, so we do want to get the feudal. We can also look here, we're going to go to the next era in like 5 years, and this will let me get even more research. So once we transition, you want to immediately start going for things with the most tax. The most taxed one right now is manor houses, so we'll do that one. If we have extra gold left over later to protect against plagues, we're going to want to build some hospices in all the baronies here. Since this is my capital, I'm just going to build these for now so we can put a hospice everywhere. And so once those are done, it's going to increase the plague resistance everywhere. To make things faster, we can also hire a royal architect, which is very important. And because my lifestyle was already in stewardship before, professional workforce reduces the construction time, and architect also gives a discount in construction time. So let's build up the rest. So over here, if we scroll down, wetland farms is 0.3. If we keep scrolling, there's a trade port, which is good because it's development growth, so we'll do that one. For this one, it already has 2 things here, but these, the logging camp is good, but the earth ramparts is only for military, but I wouldn't do military, I'd focus on gold. So I'm actually going to change it to the best gold thing I have, which is probably like a hunting grounds or a hospice. So let me change it to hunting ground. For Tarov, it's probably near water, so there should be a trade port. For this one here, these 2 both give gold. We'll see if there's a higher one, so let's see if we can change this to something better. There's a trade port, so I am going to replace that one. And so you can also do that over here. We see there's one we missed, so we can try to build something here as well. Alright, so the best one there is probably the forestry at the 0.3. And then now we can just chill. The only downside is with our religion, we have warmonger, so we do occasionally need to go to war. But also because we're Norse, we have that legacy to get gold from battles, so that's also some source of income anyways. So we're still at the negatives. Here's another event. Thank you. Alright, so now our income's getting balanced. So we're ready to build some more stuff. Let's see if there's something better than this. So this one's 0.2, but the wetland farms is better, so we'll replace that. Same thing with this one. Let's check. There's wetlands farms. So we're going to replace it with wetland farms. These are all kind of maxed out. I could also build more holdings, but right now I don't have that research since it says I need city planning. So those animations I need to do slowly over time. So our capital, we can maybe build something else. So instead of 0.2 from just the walls and towers, farms and fields is probably the second highest. Trade port's nice because of development. So, but farms and field is a little more gold, but development is a little better. And while I can take advantage of this growth boost, I'm actually going to go for trade port. For this one, so these are all so-so. I know for a fact that in the future, blacksmith is going to be pretty good actually. So the reason why is at the very end, it's a percent-based bonus. So 32% in the future is going to be very good. So I'm actually going to go for that one. You can see our income is actually starting to become positive. So the main thing holding us back now is the fact that we don't have enough research. So if you look at here, we aren't able to get the second level yet, because once we upgrade them, we'll be able to upgrade these buildings as well. So for now, all I could do is upgrade this one. So that's as much as I'd upgrade for now, so it's just a matter of waiting for this research to finish. We can also found a holy order, and I want this holy order to be in my capital, so let's pick the city. This one's actually in the capital already, so once we spend some money and piety for that, now we have access to this holy order. We can ransom some more people as well. Alright, just for fun, let's go to war against this guy. Let's just take like this random count. Actually, sorry. Let's continue finishing the jure for this empire. So let's go for, let's say, like this guy over here. So we can conquer his duchy over here. But I might vassalize someone, so let me just holy war it. And you'll see if I come over here. Because our army sizes are overwhelming, I'm actually going to just do men-at-arms. But you see my income goes from 1.6 to minus 16.2. So if we sustain this war for too long, we're going to become broke. So that's why we want to upgrade all these buildings ASAP so that we can support the army. So thankfully we can kill this stack of armies. That should provide some gold to help sustain the upkeep. With the siege weapons, it should be a little faster. We can even try to find someone who has the military engineer. So he's kind of expensive though, so let's not do that. Yeah, let's not pay 100 gold for that. So we should get his capital. Alright, that's a victory. That way we can just continue our warmongering without getting the... There's a negative opinion if we are at peace too long. Alright, these guys are not my family, which eventually I want to. So he's hostile, and I can't revoke his title. Let me actually increase my crown authority. So although this is tyranny because he's not evil. Alright, so let's just grant one of our daughters some titles. You can take the kingdom up there just for fun. You can transfer her. And we can convert. And yeah, the gold cost is still high because they're replenishing, but once it's done, then it's lowered again. I'm going to try to power speed through until we get to the point of upgrading. This is a event where we can give a city to the Grandmaster so that the order can be expanded. Also in our court, we are a little under the expected level. And we can also change the administration to a administrative court. This way, eventually we can get more reduced cost and also development growth. If you increase it, you'll see you have income cost. I can try to increase it to level 4. But actually I think that's too expensive right now, so we'll leave that alone. As long as the disease is not near me, then I won't do any seclusion. For the dynasty perk, I could either finish it off, but personally I like the blood dynasty, so I'm going to do that. Alright, so we're in the next era. So I'm going to first go for battlements, then manorialism. Battlements will let us upgrade the actual level of the castle. And then manorialism will increase the economic buildings. So we're going to go for that first. It's going to take like 14 years. But you can see the progress is 0.6 now because again, we only have one culture county. So that county has 30 development. Eventually, when I get it high enough, I do want to promote the culture of this specialized Norse culture into the other counties because you can see this is Russian county. Sorry, the culture is Russian here. So if I try to upgrade, it's dependent on the Russian culture. So that's why this capital county with this culture, once we make our culture super good, we want to spread it to all of our holdings, and that way we can actually increase everyone's level and buildings. Actually, I can also in the future create this. I could get more runestones, but I'm gonna just save the gold. Oh, by the way, for theocratic, as long as the Hafgodi likes us, then we'll get all of the realms, churches, a portion of all of the realms churches' taxes and levies, which right now is kind of small, but eventually, when everyone develops their church, it'll be a lot. So we just gotta make sure she likes us, and it caps out at 50. So I can actually maybe sway her. So you see, I've been at peace for a long time, so now I'm getting this minus 25 opinion. So now that means it's my sign I should go to war again. So let's go to war against this guy. If this person was my dynasty, I would go for them, but they're not, so let's just conquer something. Let me only raise the men-at-arms here. Decline that duel. So again, our income is still negative. Thankfully, he's going to fight us, but he doesn't realize we're all elite troops. So destroying him there, we got a decent amount of gold. Alright, this guy's gonna take too long, so let's just get some gold. Alright, so 2 battles, funded a little bit of the war. We can enforce the demands and continue to give it to our daughter. Alright, I became infirm. I was lucky I could just get that. So because of Witch Coven, Herbalist, and Aspiring Blade Master, I'm basically still fine because it counters that. Yeah, it's feudal. Now I don't really need to go conquering a lot. My nephew's asking for my help, so why not? Alright, with Scholar, this gives us a lot more development growth. So now that I'm done with that, I'll just stick to Stewardship for the gold until I die. Which, I might die soon. And this daughter, she's not that great. This grandson is also a bleeder, so that's not too good. So yeah, someone really ruined our genetics for us. Let me see if I could vote for anyone else. Alright, this daughter's actually pretty good, so I might have to adopt special succession again. And we can try to vote for that daughter. So this daughter who's my friend, so great, she's my heir. And just like that, we have this daughter being the heir now, so we can avoid those that terrible daughter. These are just events for the inspiration I did, so alright, just gotta make sure that she's always first. So it looks like everyone likes me enough that they will vote for her. Alright, we have a rival. I'm going to also use this to convert all of my vassals. So this is just the only mod I play with. It's just so I could demand everyone to convert. Let's go down here for the other increased taxes. We again don't want this artifact, it's probably useless. I'll just pardon my daughter. And then let's check. So we're at peace minus 22. There's a plague somewhere. This one can actually reach us, and this can kill us or my children. So my heir's in my court. So I want to make sure she survives. Unfortunately, I can't make her escape easily, so for some reason she converted my culture. That's not good, so I gotta convert that back. Alright, this niece is causing trouble for me. The only other way I know of to escape is to host the feast, except we're going to put the feast as far from the plague as possible, and hopefully my daughter also comes with me. I know she has temperate. My daughter's not coming, it looks. Let's manually invite her to the activity. Alright, cool. So she's escaping with me to the feast that's over there. Okay, this plague is kind of going far. Hopefully it doesn't spread further. So we're pretty safe over here still. This is where our feast is, and the plague's over there. So we've successfully escaped, it looks like. It's now receding, so great. Yeah, unfortunately, this daughter kind of ruined everything by hybridizing. And I'm not even the culture head because she controls more counties. So that's kind of annoying. Alright, this daughter also is getting older, so let's get her to marry someone with good traits. Let's see if we can extort someone. Although the culture was changed to be hybridized, it looks like I finally have enough research from that culture that thankfully we can now upgrade more buildings. So let's do a round of upgrading. Make sure we have a royal architect to make it faster. Alright, these are just court events. Just a birthday gift. Alright, gotta repair stuff. Alright, so our income is slowly increasing. Another legacy, we'll go Convergent Blood. Got a hunting dog. Maybe I'll survive longer. I've been poor health for a while now. We're just going all the way down for avaricious, which is 15% taxes. Just waiting for my daughter to finish this. Alright, so we died. And... Alright. So now my son will be my heir. We'll make him stewardship. Because now I'm controlling from start to finish the genetics and the inheritance. I don't think I need this to have election anymore. I don't have enough prestige, so for now I'll just leave it there. And vote for my son. So you see it'll split with my daughter, but again, with election, we have pseudo primogeniture. Let's fill our council up. We want the strongest one. We'll put everything else. This sister. We could probably send a little gift. It's too expensive. She wants my territory, so that's not good. Let's just swap her with someone who likes us more. We are going to go down stewardship. And I don't think we should have any factions. These guys are a little weak. It says they're a little strong now. Let's see if we can just negotiate an alliance, since we are siblings. And if I couldn't have negotiated an alliance, like I can with my sister here, it's another birthday gift. So I don't want to be an ally with this sister because I do want to revoke some of the titles eventually. So I'm actually fabricating a claim on those counties. We inherited this, so let's just sell it. So still going to take 3 years for that. Let's see if someone... We're at peace for 6, -6, so let's attack someone. Actually, this guy's easier, so let's fight him. Men-at-arms only. So you see the gold income is not as bad as before, it's only 9.5, so we're almost at positive. Let's go down here. Someone's trying to seduce us, no thanks. Alright, we got that. There's actually a battle that's coming, so let's fight it for gold. Alright, cool. Alright, you can see that my cousin somehow got voted on the throne, so now I do want to get rid of this. So I need more prestige, so I can either create some titles. So this will cost 750 gold for 1200. So let's create these titles. We can also probably host, let's say, like a feast. This time we will go for opinion and prestige. For those extra duchies, let's give it to my sister. There's one more over here. Give it to this sister. Alright. There's this thing we can feudalize. We actually don't want it, so let's just give it to this sister. Ransom this guy. So now we're gonna go for prestige. Alright, still not enough. I believe it was 1500. Yep. Alright, someone's going to war against us, so this guy wants that land there. So we'll raise our men-at-arms. Here's a steward event. We can get an artifact maybe, or just sell it. Sounds good. Money's always good. We got a claim here, so we'll do that. Let's continue claiming the territory. Sorry, we want to claim this territory. Alright, so he doesn't realize all of our guys are men-at-arms, so that's why we keep beating him. We can also maybe get a hostage. So with that first claim, I can actually revoke this. You see it's without being viewed as a tyranny. On decline, then we'll have other people join. But it's only 2 people, so it's these guys that are kind of weak. And I do want her to rebel, so I could take back those titles that should be mine. So let's raise everything to my capital. Alright, so she's there. I can quickly come to attack her. This girl has a secret. No thank you. Someone's trying to murder me, so good thing my sister found it out, so really low chance. Let's see, do I have a... I don't have any rivals, so let's go for our capital now. Alright, so I'm finally back to being culture head because I finally converted that thing again, so now I can go back to development. And if we check, my research should still be pretty high. Again, because that's 0.7 versus if I left it with this culture, it would only be 0.2. So I don't want this person's culture. Okay. So he's got armies up there as well. So these are Viking invaders, so we'll just banish them. Alright, we have enough prestige. So instead of this title, having this law, let's remove it. That way it's guaranteed to be my children. This kingdom can go to her, that's fine, as long as everything else goes to who we want it to. So it's actually my cousin who's trying to kill me. The person I'm trying to revoke stuff from. Alright, we're almost done with this war and then we'll push off the Vikings. Actually, we can become lovers with our husband. Let's first make him convert. Let's educate our other children too. Everyone's fighting us, but that's okay, because we like war. So let's fight. This guy is trying to take this over, but where are his military? He's all the way over there, so we'll wait for him to come to us. This guy, in the meantime, is up here. I could probably just fly up there. While my cousin is here, let's take everything from her. So let's take this county. This county we can't take because it's tyranny. This one I have a claim on, so I could take that. And then the last one then is this title here, so let me fabricate a claim on that. And I could take it without penalty later. Alright, this guy, I should probably just take his stuff and reset. Yep, so let me take his stuff. Alright, he's a rival. I don't want to execute because otherwise I will gain the Kinslayer. Instead, this White Roost title, let's give it to my sister. Alright. Chase him over here. So let's see. All right. This thing we don't want to get repair. It's asking if we want to repair. We don't need to. It's not worth our money. This one we could sell. In our court, there's some things. Let's let them do whatever they want. We can also put a book. If I succeed the war, it's a little bit of gold. We'll see if I can get it through the capital. Alright, we didn't really, so let me just ransom the people. I'll come down to kill the Vikings here. And instead I'll just ransom it for all his gold. And then I'll just white peace the war. Or actually I could probably finish it later. Actually, let me just finish it now. This guy is a stranger at court. It's a random event. Get diplomacy. Alright, my son, he can become just, greedy, or callous. Just is great. Alright, so we won that. Let's get a hostage. Actually, I want to fight her later, so let's leave that at that. Let's bring back our guys here. You can see our gold was at 3,000, but now it's lower because of all that war. So that's why we need our income to be increased as soon as we can. We can make a shrine. Okay. Alright, let's recruit someone just so I don't get in danger. Cool. So we won. And we also killed a lot of troops, so that's a good amount of gold. Alright, let's also upgrade build some buildings, so let's do farms and fields. Make sure we have architect. This is an extra counter we don't need, so let me give it to my aunt. I still can't revoke that, so I have to wait for this. I could try to be a berserker, but I don't need that right now. Alright, my rival died, so actually now it's my vassal. Oh, sorry, my great cousin, or yeah, cousin. I still want that title, so we will continue the fabrication. This guy wants to sell something to me. We can just take his money. He's actually coming to give me some prestige. Thank you. For my son, he could be brave, stubborn, or wrathful. Brave is great. It's a virtue. Looks like there's a fabled white carp. Alright, we got this claim. My child actually got me some money, so that's great. So now that I have a claim, I have a rightful reason to revoke. So, cool. He actually accepted that. So now I finally hold everything in these two duchies. So I've regained full control of the crown lands. So everything's going to pass to my one son. These children won't get anything, unfortunately. But everything is now under my control again. And actually, some of them can be upgraded. So it looks like he finished battlements already. So I can actually upgrade the castles. So my gold is getting a little low. But that's okay, because we're building tall. From here on out, my gold is going to increase rapidly. So manorialism, I can use this girl to increase her control as well. In fact, no thank you. We can also get a seneschal. Alright, this daughter, just let's keep building. Let's check for the trade port. Alright, income's increasing rapidly. Cool, so our son has 2 virtues, that's great. Okay, so actually our culture, there's another slot unlocked for some, so let me check. So one of them I'm actually going to build blacksmith. If I'm a poet, that's another virtue. This is just more free gold, so let's just do that. Say no thanks to duels. Let's just upgrade. Alright, we have a rival, so we gotta get rid of him. My daughter gave me some more stuff. We can sell some of these useless ones. We're probably due for a war soon, so we're at peace -24. Let's also murder the rival. Unfortunately, it's a family member. I don't like to do that, but I can't die. Alright, so since this guy is my dynasty member, I will press his claim. So our income is decently high now. So it's only -7, so we're making good progress. Alright, we captured it. Let's ransom these people. My son's of age, but I don't want him to be my champion, so let's make sure he's not my champion. Let's also find a good wife for him. So we have a genius over here in Denmark. They're slightly related. Alright, that's... Alright, maybe not. Let's try... Too old. Alright, this girl's pretty good. Force her to convert. Let's try to demand conversion. Alright, more Northmen attacking again. They're still trying to get this. Alright, failed my murder. Alright, all my men at arms is only 4.8 right now, so that's pretty good. Alright, that's an easy win. So, we can upgrade now my castle. I'm going to hold off on that one for now. I'm going to try to upgrade the better buildings. I think this is probably a good place to stop since you get the general idea. Right now I'm just going to be passing time and upgrading the buildings, and as I get better research through the innovations, I'll also be able to increase the size of these men-at-arms. And eventually I'll also have some bonuses to the men-at-arms through some of these military buildings. And pretty soon my military strength and my wealth is secured, making factions a moot point, and also being able to conquer the rest of the world. If you watched this entire Uncut run, thanks for making it so far. Please consider subscribing and liking this video, since it will help me tremendously, so thank you so much. Thanks again from Bread God, and hope you have a good day.